Field. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll begin by running the option. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He finds Watson complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel.
Yeah, they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From just shy of midfield,
Heineke got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Heineke on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 27,
Heineke.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Commanders nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green
Now
Bay.
after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A first down throw for Heineke. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Heineke. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing. Heineke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it is now 21-0.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
To throw is Heineke.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Heineke now.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock.
He's got a man complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard, 27 yards. And the Packers open the lead up to 34-0. And oh, it's blocked.
And now Washington has it.
But he doesn't get it much further. Taken down on the other side of the 50. Looked good for a second there, but it turns out just to be a missed extra point.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. He got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, it's blocked. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. It can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle him, too.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Now Heineke.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's a give to Jones running left.
70 yards on the ground for him so far.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive first and 10 in the fourth quarter.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Rodgers pass complete to Allen Lazard. A gain of 15 yards.
On play action, Rodgers.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Looking in zone for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Heineke now on 2nd down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Heineke.
And Thomas has it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing here.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tonyan. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Rodgers again now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The give is to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Right side to Watson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not